Alrighty. Good. What is it? Afternoon? I guess it's after. Well, it's almost afternoon wherever you are. Almost noon local time. Where I'm at, it is not noon. It is almost 3. Had to shake the rust off of OBS for this one. So let me know. I want to make sure that the quality is fine. Let's make sure that the old quality is fine, and yeah. Because I'm seeing that we are maxed out at 360p, but that might just be in my little preview. But welcome, the MOTUL course to Monterey at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. Was an interesting one at Laguna this morning. Actually, I don't know if anybody was watching the support series races that they've had, but fog was a big factor. Perfect 1080 there. That's exactly what I wanted. It's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Okay, so it's just my preview, which makes sense because I wouldn't need to watch myself in high quality. But yeah, so WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, the MX5 Cup went this morning. I don't think they were able to do the WeatherTech Championship warm up. Actually, the fog was too bad, so I'm pretty sure that got canceled completely, and then they squeezed in the MX5s, and it was a little bit touch and go at times in that race. Like, I'm sure it would have been a little bit. The TV cameras probably make it look a little bit worse than it was, but it certainly didn't look like it was very good conditions out there. And but they got that race in huge. There was a huge accident there. Can't remember who it was. Anyways, it was the number 4. I know that, and yeah, huge accident, a barrel roll of that car. I'm sure we'll see replays of it if there's not already replays out on like Twitter and stuff. I'm sure we'll see a bunch of the replays of that in the coming days. Looked like a pretty vicious accident. Car was upside down when it landed. And thankfully, everybody walked away from that fine and dandy. But wow, it was a scary accident there, and yeah, they got that sorted out. It was Aaron Johnson that I believe it was that took the win in that race. Lamborghini Super Trofeo just finished up. I'll be completely honest, didn't really watch much of that. I was trying to get everything set up for this. And shake the rust off of the old streameroo. So raining still, eh? It's raining locally? Interesting. That would certainly shake things up a little bit, eh? It didn't look like it was. I mean, again, it didn't look like it was raining in the Super Trofeo race, but I was also not really paying that close attention. But honestly, like, good job to IMSA for getting everything squeezed in here, because Super Trofeo race finished up like probably 25 minutes ago or so, and they just made the adjustment on the fly they just made the schedule adjustment on the fly, and they're going to be able to get everything in. And I guess the big crunch for them is this TV window with for this race, the actual IMSA WeatherTech race. But yeah, good to see that we're able to get everything sorted out in time. I guess we can touch a little bit on qualifying too while we're waiting for things to kind of get underway here. Um, honestly, I was a little bit surprised to see the Porsches out front like that. Let me see if I can pull up the quality times here. I won't lie to you. I was not fully prepared for this, but I was definitely a little bit surprised. I want to see it by class. Was definitely a little bit surprised. The Porsches looked very quick. Not surprising that the Acuras were quick, but with the exception of the two Porsches, they were 2/10 clear of an Acura, just over 2/10 clear of a Cadillac. So it does look like everything's pretty close up there. BMW, don't know if they just didn't get a clean lap in, or if maybe the track isn't actually super tailored to that. I mean, there's all the teams are still learning, but also we've seen them not qualify extremely well in the past and then have good race pace. So I want to be careful with them. But them qualifying in seventh and eighth was a little bit surprising. To see that. Oh wait, no, this isn't qualifying. What? No. Okay, here we go. I'm losing my mind. They did qualify in seventh and eighth. I was looking at fastest laps of everybody. Okay, so them qualifying in seventh and eighth, and then JDC, just good to see them on the grid. It's gonna be a tough one for them. This is like it's a test. They're testing this weekend. This is the first time that those drivers have been able to get in the car. Just good to see them out there. The banana boat is back, and they're gonna be hitting the grid. Even still, they were 2.2 seconds off. I wouldn't be surprised if they found some more pace during the race, but I think their expectations are finish the race and just learn, just learn from it. This will be a good test for them going into the 6 hours of the Glen. They'll be able to get some more testing in before we head to Watkins, and then hopefully be a little bit more competitive there. How's it going, everyone? Getting some people trickle in here as we approach the top of the hour. Hope everybody's doing well. I mean, it's race day, so how could you not be doing well, right? LMP2, a very nice lap by I believe George Kurtz. Because it has to be the bronze driver that completes that lap for qualifying. Great lap by him, edging out Ben Keating by 6/100ths of a second. So good for them. Of course, they were on the losing side of an extremely close one at the Rolex. So it's not the win that they're going to be looking for, but at least they can take a little bit of comfort in knowing that they were on the right side of a close one for once. The Ben Keating, he's just going to put in flyer after flyer. You got the two TDS Racing entries. Rick Ware Racing, Juan Pablo Montoya returns, and he's going to be racing with them. There are so many good LMP2s that it's what, an eight car grid, I think. Yeah, 8 cars strong, and literally I think every single one of these cars could win. It's incredible. It's incredible. On the GTD side of things, well, the Porsches look strong. there's no doubt about that. They pick up pole in both GTD Pro and GTD. The old Faf boys and girls picking up the pole in GTD Pro, and then Kelly Moss, Alec Udell put in a great lap for them in the GTD class. They have gotten off to a slow start, I think it's safe to say, this year, and not just like everything aside from all the BOP stuff at the beginning of the year. That car is, I mean, that it's it's pretty clear now that that car is up to speed with the rest of the grid. Um, Good to see them have a strong outing. Man, the Aston Martins, they have been so strong all year. The two Heart of Racing cars, they're second in both of their respective classes, both GTD and GTD Pro. The GTD team actually edging out their pro counterparts by what's that, 7/1000ths of a second. So they had some bragging rights at the dinner table last night, I'm sure. Um, You got a Mercedes up there. Like we're looking at this pole in GTD. The fastest GTD lap was a 124.5, and the top 5 cars in GTD Pro were all within the 124s. There's actually all 5 GTD Pro cars were within the 124, so they were all within 4/10. GTD is going to get a little bit more spread out, but you do actually see the third the third place qualified car in GTD is Gunnar Jeanette and Seb Prio in Rexy, and it was we had the bronze driver qualify that car, so it's the GTD is, it's always going to be a bit of a crapshoot. It's, how do you fall with strategies on full course yellows, all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, who do you guys think are gonna win though? I have my eyes still on Ricky Taylor and Felipe Albuquerque, the Wayne Taylor Racing. I mean, you can't go wrong with picking them. I think the speed that they've shown is seriously impressive, and I think they're going to be strong. It's going to be a good race there. LMP2. I feel like, I think I said this in my pre-race video that, ERA, it seems like things have to go their way at some point, right? They really gotta, they came on really strong in the end of the 12 hours of Sebring after encountering some earlier issues. See how they do. GTD Pro, I think I picked a Lexus again, if I'm not mistaken. They've looked very strong, but it looks like it might be difficult to go against some of those Porsches or the Astons. They look very, very strong there. How's Keating still only a bronze rated driver? Yeah, that's a good question. I'd have to dig into the regulations a little bit and see. I think it's because he technically doesn't do it professionally. So yeah, Porsche 1-2 incoming from Randall. Donald Gold. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Porsche wins again. $5 super chat. You're not specifying class, so you're covering like 3 of the 4 classes. You think that Porsche is going to pull out one of them. You know what? Considering that all the classes that Porsche's racing in, they're starting on pole. You know what? You're probably not too far off there. Keating is a shiny bronze. Nah, the 10 is gonna crash again. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, because it was Albuquerque that wrecked it at Sebring that caused like that, or he wasn't solely responsible for it, but he was the one that was in the car at the end there. Then it was Ricky Taylor that wrecked it at Long Beach. That's a rough one. Oh yeah, that's true. You're right. The age is a big factor. Thank you for licensing as well. And yeah, so yeah, Ben Keating though, man, oh man, what hasn't he won? He has exceptional speed. He's an impressive driver to watch out there, and gonna be I expect him to be strong here today. Race prediction for GTP. Porsche can take this race with some good strategy, but with the recent races this season, anyone can get it. Yes. In 4 years, Alonso qualifies as a bronze. Fernando Alonso. I am not watching on Peacock. I am located in the Great White North of Canada, so I have the pleasure of watching this on IMSA TV. and that is always I do enjoy the IMSA TV broadcasts. I do enjoy the IMSA TV broadcasts. So we have lots of predictions for Porsche. I know that there are always lots of Porsche fans in the comments of things. Lots of people rooting for the Porsches. So we'll I mean, like I said just a second ago, pretty freaking strong start. Yeah, IMSA TV hasn't started the stream either. The race is supposed to get underway. It was scheduled to start at 3:05. Actually, that might be when the IMSA TV stream starts, because Peacock was supposed to go live at 3. I think. Actually, is it on Peacock? I think it might be only be on I think it might only be on NBC. Yeah, I looked on the IMSA website because I was looking. I was gonna I mentioned where you can watch it in the pre-race videos, but there was not. I did not see Peacock, so I intentionally didn't say. Oh, the IMSA TV stream is just starting. Anybody who's watching on Peacock, make sure that it's not actually on regular NBC. I don't really know how Peacock works. I don't know if Peacock is. Oh, it is. It is on Peacock too. Okay. I was hoping so, but then again, it's difficult for me when I don't know exactly. Oh, the fog is all completely gone. It's a beautiful thing. Where'd I put my phone? Oh, it's good to see drivers in these cars. It feels like, I mean, I didn't get to watch the Long Beach one live, so obviously I couldn't do a stream like this. But it feels like it's been so long since I've been able to sit down and watch a bunch of IMSA racing. No. Anybody do anything big for Mother's Day? I know I am not. I was at my parents' place last weekend, so got to see them. Did kind of like our celebration or whatever you wanna call it then, and then this morning it was before it got too warm. Did a bunch of yard work, and it was a productive morning. It feels good when you get some bunch of stuff done in the morning, and then the rest of your day you're like, oh yeah, I can relax. That's cool. I want to do that. Okay. I got posted what I wanted to post. Took your mom out for lunch, and then you had your nice traditional Mother's Day margaritas. Ooh. I could go for a nice margarita right now. Margarita would go down quite nicely. Okay, good. We have all the little track maps moving now. That's always good to see. Beautiful that all the clouds have cleared. I don't think anybody in qualifying yesterday, I don't think anybody slapped on a new set of tires. You remember how Blomqvist at the Rolex he he came in and they changed tires just before the race started, or before the end of qualifying, and then he got a really good lap in. Where's the McLaren starting? They're a little bit down in class, I guess. Peacock is on now. Peacock just showing up late for class, you know. That's okay, you haven't missed the start, so that's nothing wrong with that. I thought I had remembered there being like the crowds don't look that big at this race. And I know that this has always been one of the talking points with this race has been, you know, the crowd that's been there. All the photos of the paddock that I've seen have looked like it's been pretty crowded, but around the track, it doesn't look like unless if everybody's just kind of concentrated. I've never been to Laguna, so 58 degrees, gonna be some cold tires. Yeah, might we might see some tiptoeing here at the in the early going. But that's what I was talking about. I was talking about tires. The we know that tire strategy is going to come into play here. They only have a few sets of tires, so how they manage those under their pit stops is going to be interesting. I mean, the GTPs should only have to make 2 pit stops along with the GTDs. And we're just about underway. Man, I will say that the 2 Porsches on the front row leading that away, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Oh. Oh! Oh, Gemini. Oh, easy, guys. Well, that's, I guess, how you go from second to last in class in one corner. Who was just talking about Pate's project? Going to be some cold tires? I think that was a result of cold tires right there. We just saw it. Can't even watch the race. Why not, Hunter? Is Peacock messing up? Hopefully Peacock's not messing up for you. Yeah, we spoke too soon. Oh! There is a lot of sand flying off. We get second-rate football players on NBC. So NBC is supposed to be showing it, but they're not? Classic. Oh no, there's a 66. Who started? 66, is that Sheena that started, or was that Leg? That was Sheena. Sheena's in the car. Is there any damage? Yeah, there is damage to that. She had to have gotten some help. She wasn't even close to the barrier. Oh. Was that the Windward Racing Mercedes? Full course, yellow. Boo. Man, the 66 can't buy a break, eh? I remember they were getting run over at Sebring. Oh. The 70. By that, interesting. For the 66 is done. Man, oh man. That is too like they've been so like they've been pretty strong all season, but oh, that was the 7 that locked up. Okay, it was Campbell. Man. Man, the GTD start was just hectic. How is our Minnesota team doing with a GTP? You know, they're this is going to be a test for them, right? It's like they're it's an in-race test. It's an in-race test. I think if they come out of this with a clean car that's 4 corners on it and they complete, you know, all the laps, that's going to be a win for them, I think. No, they've listed it as a short yellow. Good. Well, hopefully the off-brand football gets off the goes away soon. Oh yeah, that T-Rex livery is nice. Colin Braun had a very nice getaway there. Man, I feel like one of the things that the broadcasts don't always do justice is the elevation at this track. It's insane. Insane. Who got away to lead the GTD classes? Odell had a little bit of a touch and go start. Why isn't football gone yet? Oh, yeah, Keating snuck away for the to get the race lead. Football's wrapping up. There you go. Oh, is that like USFL or something? It's not even. Yeah, because yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, GTD is shook up. Yeah, are we ever gonna get a replay on what happened to the 66? Oh, we're gonna have 2 yellow GTPs to contend with now. This is gonna be confusing when they show the onboard. Now, that Corvette is legal. It is legal ish. It's legal in IMSA. It's legal in IMSA. Yeah, D. Filippi definitely took advantage of that, picked up a few spots. Actually, both those BMWs did. Both those BMWs, I think, picked up. Well, they started what, seventh and eighth, and they're in fourth and fifth. I mean, after like, how many corners did they actually run? It was like 3, but USFL. There we go. Durrani actually did a nice job keeping with Braun on the restart. Ooh. People with a little bit of a lockup. Yeah, the Caddy GTP and iRacing, that one, gonna be music to the ears. That grumble. Oh. Incident responsibility. Car 66. What? Car 66 got a penalty for incident responsibility at turn 2. That's the hairpin. Huh. Interesting. It is an awesome view from above. I agree. I don't know what it's showing on Peacock, but on IMSA TV, the helicopter, primo. Primo. Oh. Oh, an arrow with a... he's all the way behind all the GTDs now. Yeah, a replay would be nice of of that, but it is possible they didn't necessarily have the replay of it too. Though I would love to see them get onboards of every car. That would be... Is that too much to ask though? No, I don't think so. This is 2023. We have the technology to put an onboard in every single car. Oh, the WeatherTech Racing Mercedes has jumped up there too. Got past Riberas. Oof. Oh, man. The Inception Racing messed up there. They got a drive-through penalty for the only emergency service they needed to do was replace that tire, but then they also put fuel in it, which was not okay. Not okay. I You know what? I think that MOTUL should just let them have the old logo on that FAF car for the rest of the season. You know, I think they should just leave it. I think they should just leave it. I think it looks the wings. Yeah, keep it on. Keep it on. Um, Missed the first few minutes was the reason for the safety car. It was just some debris. There was an incident that involved the 66 Acura in GTD, and there was some debris out on track. So oh, what happened to Jared Andretti? Oh, easy there, Jarrett. A little bit of a spin. Watch those curbs. Yeah, Brown is pulling away. Like, last time I looked, it was like 1.2 seconds the gap, and now we're up to 3. See what it is this time when he crosses the line. Like the GTP grid is getting spread out fast. 3.2. So, style points for the 360. Totally. I'm sure that's what Jarrett was going for. Style points for the spin. It's the first 2-hour and 40-minute race of the season as well. Yeah, Gemini was not the one that locked up. The Acura needs to be in the WEC. I would agree. I would agree. I'm not going to argue with that. Well, even if it's, I guess it would be Honda. It would have to be Honda. Honda has to approve it. It's just wild. It's just like, why not run it? You know, you already have this car. I guess it's not part of your budget, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't agree with it. Yeah, it is. Honda has to give the. I think it would have to be badged. I don't know if it would have to be badged as a Honda, but they do have to get permission, or they have to get the green light from Honda to run it. Because I'm pretty sure this is just an HPD project in North America. Whoa! That's going to be a safety car. Yep, full course yellow. Oh my god. Is that Jared Andretti? That is. Yep. Those are scary. Like pit entrances that are like that. terrifying. Oh! One of the TDS racing ones came in. Why? Was he involved? Oh, you're on commercial on Peacock. Classic. I do agree. Honda versus Toyota. Easy sell. That car looks like it's in better shape than you would think. Wow. There was Jared Andretti had a big off going in. I don't know what happened. I'm sure we'll get us a replay. Maybe he had a tire go down. Wow. Okay, so what happened? There was something. Oh. 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 Got a little help. I mean, that's tough. Yeah, I think probably racing incident. Actually, that's on Andretti. It's I think ultimately racing incident that's more on Jarrett than it is on the Porsche though. I think more of the blame probably does lands on Jarrett for that. They could. There. Who was that? That was Campbell. Campbell had more space to give him though too, and he wasn't. He wasn't really looking up to make a move on the inside of the BMW. I'd be surprised. I don't think there's going to be. I don't think that any. That's definitely not penalty worthy or anything. I think both drivers could have done things to avoid that, and I think ultimately, I think Jarrett's more at fault. No, I don't think they'll red flag it. I don't believe that they will red flag it. When you say Seb, I assume that's Sebastian Bourdais. Actually, that's going to help the Inception Racing McLaren. They get a lap back. I think this is just going to have them be one lap down now. But we'll have to wait and see how it all. Have to see how that all cycles through. Getting more ads than racing over on Peacock. You love to see that. They make you pay for a premium subscription service, and then they do that. Just pack it with ads. Classic. All you can do is just shake your head at that, I guess, right? Yeah, you shouldn't. It's just. Oh, that's tough. That's tough, eh? Like, nobody. I can only imagine how frustrating it would be paying for something, and yeah, yeah. I. Oh, last year during commercials. Oh, so they went side by side last year. Are there like two levels of Peacock though? Is there like regular Peacock and then Peacock Premium or something? Because I thought I remember that was a thing. Make you pay even more for, you know. Because why not? They got that car cleared out of the way. Who knows? Who knows? I hope they can settle into a little bit of a longer run here. I want to see some good racing. Oh, IMSA TV just cut to an NBC interview. They hit the wrong button. A JDC Porsche is what's it? Vanderhelm. Timon. Apparently it's Timon and not Tiemann. I mispronounced his name. Timon Vanderhelm is driving the JDC Porsche right now. I assume that he'll probably run and then get out at the first pit stop. And then Rocky will probably run more of the race, but I don't really know. Um, where do you usually watch it? If you're outside the US, then IMSA TV is probably your best bet. Uh, you can also, well, if you're in the US, Peacock or NBC. And then wherever you are, if you hate, well, if you're watching on IMSA TV, you're already getting the IMSA radio audio. But if you don't like the NBC audio, you can always, mute that and get IMSA radio audio on. But you can listen to Hyundai talk about like snake oil and stuff or whatever. I don't know. He was talking about some sort of weird oil earlier this year. I was like, all right. Oh, pits are open. Oh, there's a little bit of an accordion effect. I don't know if it looked like Gemini might have gotten into the back of Durrani, but okay, no. Then Hyundai says Tiemann. I don't know anymore. Oh, BMW is. Oh no, high class racing. Oh man, you didn't make the turn? Oh my god, who is the 20? Julian Andlauer? Is that who that is? Oh, Anderson. Dennis Anderson. Julian Andlauer. Oh. Man, this was a messy pit stop. Waiting for the pit exit lights to be on. Jeez. Wait, is the 66 back out there? Oh. So the 66 Acura is going to be back out there. Well, well, well. More commercials. Classic. Yeah. Oh, I really don't like how the timing screen. I guess they hadn't lapped all of the GTDs yet, so. Let's make sure everybody makes the pit entry. They changed all four tires for Matt Campbell 2 times. Why would you change them all twice? Did they put the wrong set on? It's not like they were rushing to get everything ready for this pit stop. That doesn't make any sense to me. Do we have any driver changes? Since last pit. Oh, Bachler. Oh, that they're getting a drive through. That's oh boy. Man. That's gonna be difficult. Yikes. That's a race killer. That is a race killer. And then we had a bunch of drivers stayed out. Yeah. Driver change from Seb Prio to Gunnar Jeanette for AO Racing. All right, let's get this race back underway, please. Please. I guess we got to do this. They're doing the class split right now. Commence GTP class split. Incident involving the 70 and the 94s under review. That would be Jared Andretti and Matt Campbell. Road America. That would be a That is, I want to try and make my way over there for that race. That one I would like to try and make it to. It's a long drive for me. It's like a 10-hour drive. All right, is class split over yet? Commence prototype. Well, there's no GT split, so we're almost ready. We're almost there. I think the split's pretty much done. So now Pipo Durrani is leading. What a weird shakeup. What a weird shakeup. I wonder how did the 60 shuffle through so far back, and both of the Porsches. I guess it makes sense for Campbell if they did have to change those tires twice. But like what? I mean, you look at everybody. Everybody had like 1 minute and 6 second, 1 minute 5, 108, 107, and then Braun was a 113. Jaminet 111, Albuquerque 111, Campbell 141. That makes sense because they had to change tires twice. Yeah, Faf is gonna get a penalty. They're gonna have a drive-through. Boo. If there's one thing that I would not rule out, though, it'd be them coming back. Or maybe I'm just saying that as an optimistic Faf fan. And we're going back green. Love to see it. Yeah, 20 hours of driving would be a long way. Oh, interesting. Okay, so lots of these, maybe the top five, it sounds like they didn't take tires. Just splash of fuel. To be fair, they haven't had a long run on these tires yet, so be at Road America again. That is a lot of time at the track. As and there goes Braun past him. That is interesting, though. Fuel only. Oh, I was keeping an eye on the GTD the GTD battle sort of on the left hand side of the. I like when they show the full hairpin. Oh, oh man, that was a little bit argy bargy. Albuquerque really not wanting to let Jaminet. Is there some contact made there? Perhaps. Perhaps. Oh, Teeman with a big lockup. Or Timon. Whatever it is. What's happening? What's Campbell doing in the pits? Car 7, incident responsibility with a 94. Car 9, penalty, running the red light at pit exit. Stop plus 60. It's a stop plus 60 for Faf. That's race over for them. They're going to lose. Well, it's not necessarily a race over. But, wow. So, Campbell picks up the penalty. Wow. Wow. I don't know if that completely deserves instant responsibility, but I don't necessarily agree with what Mr. Shaw is saying on the IMSA TV broadcast, but I mean, Bachler, that is entirely on Klaus Bachler for messing that up in GTD Pro. IMSA has nothing to do with that. That's if you run a red light, you're kind of in the wrong. I mean, if this race goes anything like the first few minutes have gone, then I don't think we're done with safety cars or full course yellows. Oh, what's this dust cloud that we can't see? It says it's green. Oh, the 66 is back on track. Acura's back out there. Metney is leading. Interesting. Also, something to point out, we have split strategy in LMP2 right now. It looks like half of the 8 cars came in and took probably tires and fuel, and the other half didn't. It looks like Jared Thomas, because Jared Thomas came down pit road when it was closed, but he just drove through, so no penalty. And then the rest of the class stayed out. Interesting. Ooh. Oh, so that I was gonna say, was that a pass for position in GTD? But it was the GTD Pro. Vassar Sullivan. It just went around right there. Now you got to look at you're looking at Jules Gounon in the Mercedes, and he's got to get going. He doesn't. You don't want to let the Corvette and the Lexus get too far out. I don't think we'd ever see it badged as a Lexus in the World Endurance Championship. I think they are work. It looks like it's probably a couple of years away, but there is a new Lexus GT3 that's in the works. There is one in the works. I think it would be badged as a Toyota, though. I think it would be badged as a Toyota. But you never know. I don't know. I don't know if Lexus is a thing in Europe. Or if it's one of those, if it's like a US only brand. No, they race, well, they race Lexus, they race these Lexus GT3s in a series in Japan. I don't think it's definitely not. Is it like a support series of Super GT or something maybe that they race in? Because I think that's like the only other series in the world that they race that car in. Whoa! Where'd that piece of debris come from? Looked like it was between turn 3 and 4, I think. Yeah, just a chunk of something sitting there. What is that off of? I don't think that's off of the Acura, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't think it's the Asian Le Mans series. Oh, it's the Lexus. I think that came off the Lexus. That's true. Okay, there are Lexuses in Europe. Wait, if we're talking multiple Lexus, would they be Lexi? What's the plural for Lexus? Oh, that is that is a big chunk taken off of the number 14. I think it was the 14. A big old chunk. Thought we'd see the Lexus Toyota next year in LMGT3. Yeah, I don't. It won't be the new one, that's for sure. It won't be the new one. Because I think they're starting to develop now. Okay, so it is the 14 that has the big chunk missing. That's not going to speed the car up, that's for sure. Oh, he just got into the back of... Ooh. Just a bad corner exit by Monk. Ooh. Oh man. The traffic is like, it's a little hairy at Laguna. Kind of forgot how hairy it was. Oh, and all these GTPs are coming up on a side-by-side GTD battle. They're Lexi now. Okay, so how many laps did the FAF lose? It says they didn't lose a lap. Oh, no, they did. They did. Or did they? Okay, FAF did not lose a lap. They're still on the lead lap. That's actually huge for them. That is huge for them. They're not exactly that far ahead of going a lap down, but that's pretty important for them. I have raced at Laguna in a simulator. That is, I wish I had the money to do some racing. Oh, the BMW and the 60 get together. There are going to be plenty of souvenirs after this one. This is a battle that's brewing here. Holy. What is this for? This is for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Man, oh man. That is. It is busy once these guys catch up to the GTDs. Meanwhile, there's battles galore going on. Yeah, I haven't done any real racing. How have the new paved parts been taken? I mean, like, they're not being abused. I don't think. Based on everything that I've seen in qualifying, and then some of the even some of the support races and everything like that, like, they're a little bit wider. Obviously they can run a little bit wider, and they are using it, but it's still not like what you would see where there's a massive amount of paved runoff or anything. I don't think it's actually that big of a deal. Oh, was that the Acura that locked up? Or the Beamer? And really, at the end of the day, what is it? It's turn 9, turn 5 and turn 9, or is it turn 6 and turn 9 where they actually benefit from it. So, oh, looks like video getting a little choppy. Yeah, it's no Coda, 100%. It's no like F1 style track, that's for sure. And IMSA also is they are keeping an eye on track limits there. You might recall the 6 hours of the Glen last year. There was actually a lot of track limits issues towards the end of the lap at the Glen. I can't remember exactly what corner it is, but just a cut. It's the left-hander before you make the right-hander that comes back down the front straightaway. I know that they were having to enforce track limits there a lot. A lot. I mean, what I wonder why they I understand now why they had to add that extra runoff. It They had to add the asphalt runoff to combat water drainage issues. But like, there's technology out there now where you could have you can have, because they have it at Paul Ricard, I think. They have the painted areas that it's actually like it's a slower compound. Like, it's not, it slows you down. I wonder if that's something that would ever be considered, or if that might be too dangerous, because if a car goes and catches that and it slows it down significantly, then they could get run into the back of. But And you don't want to see that. Better than adding sand. Yeah, a bunch of track limit warnings at the 6 hours of Spa. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a few corners there where where you can pick up some track extension issues. Driving down to Coda from Dallas to see the GT America races. I think, I mean, Coda's a huge track, right? Like, I think, like it's just very spread out. I think I'd like to see some of the GT America stuff. I'm actually going to a race next weekend as well, but this is at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, or Mosport. Going there for the the FEL Canada series. So that's it's TCR's GT4, and they have like I know they run them in the GT America. Um, it's like the step below TCRs. Oh, 3 wide. Oh man, that was a bold send by Braun. Okay. I do not agree with Albuquerque. What that move was not okay. That yeah. I feel like race control might look at that. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to see the FEL series, so TCRs, GT4s, and I think the Canadian NASCAR series is there as well that weekend. Wait, is the GR86 is going to be at Coda next weekend as well? I've been meaning to watch some of those races. I heard that the first couple that they've run have been really good. Yeah, this course is operated by the county. What is it, like Monterey County or something? I do agree that that was a Bush League pass. That's a good way to put it. Wait, why are they're talking about MX5 Cup? Interesting. Yeah, we'll have to see what they take a look at. I don't think Race Control has said they're formally investigating it yet. Car 60 oh, Car 94 is officially retired. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, the county does. They actually got a lot of money to be able to repave and redo the bridge down the front straightaway, which is good to see. Good to see some investment going into the track. But would definitely like to see some larger crowds there. Unfortunately, that new pedestrian bridge is not open yet. Whiskey McMoonshine. I like the name. Do you think Porsche versus Acura is going to be the next big rivalry? Could be. Could be. Full course yellow. What happened? Oh, no. Is that John Ferrano? No. Not John Ferrano. Dang. Well, at least he's okay. Do I think the Porsche versus Acura is going to make big rivalry? I don't know. I think it's going to take a minute. That's a lot of damage. It's going to take us at least a year before we know, before anything kind of develops. I think if you were to say like right now, that might be the battle. The Porsche versus Acura, they might have like that little rivalry that's brewing. I could definitely see it getting to that point. But I think time is going to tell. It doesn't take much to start up a rivalry, right? It really doesn't take much. Oh. Interesting. Just push Dennis Anderson off. I wonder if he cut a tire from it. Ferrano and Dennis Anderson getting together. That kind of looked like it was on Ferrano, but... So Durrani leads. You know, you got to hand it BMW, like they've stuck right there. The Porsches have not charged back through the field. I like timing wise, they are all like locked together. It does look like the BOP for GTP. They've nailed it. What is Brendan Erb doing? Oh, that's Schendorf in the McLaren. Fidgeting around with like a water bottle, maybe? Is this a... Oh, no, it's just the... Oh, they're doing the first pass around now. Is Keating out of the car? Or not Keating. Is Ferrano out of the car yet? I don't think I've seen him out of the car. I hope he's okay. Because they have a lot of the safety crew around that car. It's very interesting. Did Porsche double stint tires? I assume you're probably referring to the GTPs. They did not. They changed tires on the last stop, and it seems like the 31 Cadillac, the 25 BMW, 24 BMW, the number 5 Porsche, and the 01 Cadillac did not change tires. It looks like it was just the 2 Acuras and the 2 factory Porsches that changed tires. He is out of the car? Okay, good. Good. Yeah, no, it was just weird because like all of the safety crew was like just swarming around the car almost. Yes, definitely happy to see that BMW has found some more pace there in GTP. That that is, yeah, very good to see. And like BMW at the end of the day, they were behind the eight ball to start the season. They had their troubles with testing. They fell behind, and once you fall behind, you're not going to catch up. You're not going to catch up, especially when there's three other manufacturers that are extremely like all four of the manufacturers that produced LMDH cars are, the cream of the crop. Let's make sure everybody makes the entrance this time. So I would think we're going to see the top three change tires. We're not going to see those guys that change tires on the first time. They're going to have to double stint here. So I think both of the Porsches and both of the Acuras, both the factory Porsches, both the both the Acuras are going to leave tires on. Yeah, we saw the 60 just got out first, it looks like. And then all of the GTP teams should only have one more new set of tires after this. How did Porsche turn a front row lockout to this? Well, we also got some driver changes. Pipo is not out of the car yet, though. Pipo stays in. Braun stays in. Porsche changed drivers. Cadillac, the 01 changed drivers. It looks like both the BMWs changed as well. And all the teams that we thought would change tires did. Yeah. So that was all expected. Actually, Durrani got it really nicely. He changed tires and he stays in second place. How they turn front row lockout? Was it Matt Campbell? I think it was. Matt Campbell locked up bad going into turn one and went from, I don't know if I think they started second. They went from second to like second last in class. And then it's been, what happened to the six? Did the six? I think the six just dropped back during the pit stop cycle, and they've kind of stayed back there. They've never really gotten all those spots back. Interesting that they just talked about paving the corkscrew. I'm pretty sure that the way that again, I'm definitely not I definitely don't do asphalt for a living or anything, but I think it's probably similar to how they pave like the high banked NASCAR tracks, and for those they have like the paving machines are like cabled. They have like cables and almost like a crane, I guess, that makes sure that the paving, that the machine doesn't like fall, like slide down the hill or anything, to like keep it in place. And I'm pretty sure it's a pretty specialized piece of machinery that they have. But whether to Laguna Seca, they're one of the tracks that they have some live cameras that are set up just around, like, or webcams. They have some I guess live views, whatever, same thing. They have some live views of like things set up around the track, and they have one like it shows the pedestrian bridge. I wonder if they're going to do that when they're paving, if they'll do some more. I think Road America has they have a bunch of them. The 07 got a drive-through penalty. Oh, the 7, I guess. Did they? There is no final wave by. No final wave by. We're almost at the halfway mark. It's kind of flown by, to be honest. Rockefeller also in that car now. Yeah, I think we have 2 laps before we go back green. Oh, true. Good call. Yes, they did get a drive-through for the contact with the Aston. Yes. Is Inception... Oh, yeah, they're back up there, eh? They're 5th in class. They have the bronze driver in the car now, whereas lots of the other ones have their pro. Or maybe they have... I think you can have multiple silvers. Yeah, because they only indicate the bronze, because I think it's for the bronze cup. Got any teams that I typically like and root for? Well, I can't really see it right now because my chair blocks it, but I am I like FAF. I mean, being from Toronto myself, and that's where they're based out of. I do like FAF. Um, outside of that, I wouldn't say I'm a diehard for anything. Um, I I did like Cadillac during the DPI era, so a little bit of that is, like I still like to see Cadillac do well. But really, like, I don't know, I'm a fan of the racing. They still haven't cleared that LMP2. Oh, and Korthoff is done. Okay, Korthoff is not done, but they broken suspension. It's going to take him a while to fix. That's going to take a minute to fix. I am not a Honda fan. I can find, like, I can enjoy, like, if it's not a drive. There's a few drivers that I'll root for that I enjoy seeing do well. Like, it does look like a very nice day in Monterey. Does look like a very nice day. Well, I think it's Monterey. Yeah. Yeah. The Magnus Racing Aston. Who's in that now? Andy Lally? Andy Lally is not a bronze driver. That is not right. Not a problem. I don't know if it's Yossi. I imagine it is probably Yossi. I don't think it's going to be pronounced with the hard J. That'd be a very North American way to say to butcher that, I think. But I'm glad that you're enjoying everything. It if you already have a good base level, like if you already follow the World Endurance Championship, you're going to learn, like you'll have a pretty good idea of what's going on. But sports car racing can be so difficult to get into. So difficult to get into. And if I can break down that barrier just a little bit for new fans, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Looks better than this morning. Yeah, yeah. The MX5 Cup raced in soup. Actually, would you say that they raced in soup, or was it more like they had a nice morning sauna, like a cold sauna? I couldn't believe that they were running, and it was probably a little bit better when if you were physically there in person, but it looked like really bad. It did not look very enjoyable. Oh, and JDC is in. Are they topping up? That'd be weird. The Yellow Submarine. Oh. Brats are ready along with German potato salad. There you go. That's great, Rob. No, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Big C as well. Man, I'm very glad to hear that. I'm very glad to hear that. Like I said, it's difficult. It's difficult to know what's going on all the time when, especially if you're coming from Formula One or, you know, like NASCAR is big in North America. You know, any really, unless if you're coming from the World Endurance Championship, it's not exactly easy to know what's going on all the time. So any way that I can make that a little bit easier it's what the goal is. It's what the goal is. If it means that there's more fans that are interested, boom. Oh man, totaled a Cobra. Yikes. That's not what you would want to do. You never want to total a car anyway, but pushing a little bit too much for the what is it? Ran out of talent? Driver ran out of talent. Oh man, the JDC Porsche is going to be stuck back in the GTD traffic, it looks like. Guy named Bob. Bob. Silly Bob. It's a costly mistake. All right, so I wonder if interesting. Maybe I wonder if. Whoa, it's Ronnie with a send. Both of them lock up a bit. Whoo-wee. Yeah, guys, I don't know. GTP racing sucks. I don't know. Oh. Does he have his nose in there? Not quite. Man, Durrani is a man on a mission. Oh, and the Porsches are racing side by side. Oi, oi, oi. So I would probably think, man, that 31 looks very quick. And I think they'll only get better as the run goes on if they have the fresh tires right now. Oh! Oh! Don't go. That's got to be a retirement for that 7. That's broken as all broken can be, and he can't get into the pits. Oh, Nazar. That is... How did he not break the suspension? Oh, that he's got to come in. That is a huge piece of body work. That's impressive if the Oh no, that right rear is broken. Yeah, that right rear is broken. Right? Oh, he just lost it on his own. He just lost it on his own. Wow. Just just clipped the barrier. Oh, he was fighting at that whole corner too. Snapped a couple of times. Man, that's rough. Yeah, he did just, but yeah, he did just brush the wall, but it was right onto the concrete. Like it was. Oh, Penske doesn't look happy. I guess we're gonna find out right now on this stop. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, the tail and rear deck. Just send it out without the rear engine cover, right? Don't need it. Oh, thumb up. Thumbs up on the rear suspension. Okay. Impressive. Impressive. Yeah, JDC can't stretch it. That's for sure. Yeah, to what Donald said about I I've watched a bit more WEC now, but IMSA's my number one by far. Yeah, it's not going to be a nice debrief at Penske. I mean, there's still look. There's still we're just at the halfway mark of the race. They still have the number 6 that's in contention. You know, they could get it. They could come back. You think that Lamborghini will be successful in GTP? Do I think they it depends on what you define, I guess, as successful. Um I think that I think that Lamborghini will eventually get up to the level and be able to be consistently competitive with the other GTP teams, like what we're seeing right now. Like, look at this race today. We've seen Acura, Porsche, BMW, and Cadillac. All of them have been racing hard against each other. Porsche started on pole. BMW's been really fast in the race. Cadillac's been really fast in the race, and the Acura's shown good speed as well. Um, I think Lamborghini will get to that point, but I think you're going to see a lag next year. I think Lamborghini's going to struggle for a good chunk, good early chunk of the season. And well, actually, you know what? They're only running the Michelin Endurance Cup, so so you know, it's kind of tough. Also, Durrani is flying 7-second lead and the fastest lap of the race. He's got the hammer down. And who was it that said it? Impressive. Yeah, it was impressive seeing Penske swap everything out so quickly. I guess they lost a lap probably. Yeah, they lost. Oh, no, they lost 3 laps, and they're still in the pits, I think. Or did they just come back out? Peepo he's a 9-second lead now. It's wild. Yeah, I think Lamborghini will be fine eventually, but I think you're going to see them at like Daytona and Sebring. I don't think that they're going to be very competitive. Oh, and nice. Peacock goes to a commercial. You love to see that. Ranger's coming on as well a little bit in the other Cadillac. With Iron Lynx running the LMDH program, there is going to be a big learning curve for them. They're a very professional organization, but to my knowledge, I don't think they've done very much prototype racing. Um, Again, to my knowledge, I could be wrong, but there's going to be a big learning curve for them, much like you saw with RLL had a big learning curve. Penske, like it wasn't that it was only a few years ago that they had a DPI program. So, and then of course the Acura and the Cadillac teams have been running forever, but well, not forever, but a number of seasons. Has Lamborghini announced when they do a full season? No, they're doing the full WEC season. They announced, but they're only doing the Michelin Endurance Cup in IMSA. I guess it's hard to say. I wonder if they would maybe only leave that to like a customer entry, maybe, because you got to think that Lamborghini is going to be probably a program that would be more open to some customer racing, but I don't know. That's what I would think anyway. Lamborghini is VW money majority going to Porsche. Yeah, that's true. They do have. I do think that Lamborghini will try and get a few customer entries out there, but I don't know. I mean, I'm speculation, right? That's all we really have right now. Yeah, Ranger's crash at Spa was crazy. But good to see that, like, for how insane of a crash that was. He walked away absolutely no problem. No problem. Are Iron Lynx and Prema are like doing an LMP2 together? I thought Prema was doing an LMP2, but I don't think there's an association there, is there? Yeah, I give them a couple years, especially considering they're not doing the full season here. They are doing a full season in WEC, so I would think that Lamborghini, come, would that be 2025? I would say once they've worked out all the little hiccups, I wouldn't be surprised to see them right up there. But Iron Lynx has only done GTD, yeah, GTs. I think that's right. Yeah, whether it's GTE or now some of the GTD stuff. Yeah, you will see Lamborghini at Le Mans for sure, but they will only do the Endurance Cup next year in IMSA. Oh, the Iron Lynx logo's on the Prima car. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder, maybe they're helping with that program then? I don't know. Man, this is some traffic. Oh, Rexy's in? What happened to Rexy? I don't think you can make it to the end from here. It's unfortunate. Dorian Pan is with Prema. Oh, yeah, true. Is Kvyat also with Prema? Because, and Kvyat's now racing, he's going to be with, um, he'll be in the Lamborghini program. Do you think the rumors of McLaren running an LMDH program have any merit? I think it has merit for sure. Um, and it would be, I mean, reasonably, it probably wouldn't be until 2025. But it all, they have other things to worry about right now. Like their Formula One program is not doing the not doing so hot right now. Not so hot right now. I could see it though, like a 2025 type entry. I could definitely see it. Um, I think it's, what is it? United. United is the team that Zach Brown also runs. So you already have a team that would run it with prototype experience. That would make sense. Don't know if you follow much on WEC, but any major changes sometime soon for Toyota? I don't know. I mean, it's really, I think Toyota. Whoa, keep her on the track there, guys. Lots of traffic. Geez, the BMWs are fighting each other hard in GTP. I don't think Toyota is gonna. They are working on a new car though, right? Or was the new car introduced this year? I don't remember. Yeah, I guess that's how much I I'm super on top of the WEC stuff. I think they are working on a new variant, but I could be wrong. Oh, easy. Okay, the 34. That can't be the 34. That has to be the 35. 35 off, but they kept her out of the wall. Yeah, with Bortolotti. Okay. We don't have confirmation on if Dorian Pan is joining the Lamborghini LMDH program, but yeah, like Mark said, Mark Hutchison. I guess there's multiple Marks. um, Definitely has the pace. She is very much impressed in LMP2. But they've only confirmed, what is it? Mirko Bortolotti, is it Caldarelli, Grosjean, and Kvyat, I think, are the only four confirmed right now. A McLaren hypercar would be probably pretty clean looking. Man, oh man, they are lucky that they did not wreck there. That was a little bit reckless by Colin Braun. You that Braun is lucky that he didn't take out a chunk of the field there. I wish this race was 10 hours. Hey, as long if they now that we've settled into a little bit of racing, it's been very good. Okay, it wasn't there. Okay, so it just kicked up a bunch of dust. It wasn't actually like in the sand or anything. I'm more okay with it now. God, imagine who's driving the Corvette right now? Garcia. That would be terrifying. I think this is his 100th race in IMSA. We're gonna. Oh yeah, we're seeing Ross Gunn and the Faf Porsche have just boxed. They're saying it's too soon, but we saw we saw Faf at Sebring go forever. It seems like that Porsche GT3 gets some pretty good fuel mileage, and we've seen the Aston go a long ways as well. This they could be fine until the end. I would not be surprised if we see Ross Gunn and Patrick Pilet go to the end. That would have been terrifying for Garcia. Terrifying. The LMP3 battle or LMP LMP3 LMP2 battle for the lead is very good, and then also the two Kelly Moss cars. They are duking it out for the lead in GTD. Oh, and we see a bunch of GTDs in the pits right now. The Vassar Sullivan, the 77 Wright, 78 Lamborghini, 57 Mercedes. Man, and Colin Braun is really dropped off. It vet in the way, kind of. I mean, the vet did nothing wrong in that instance. Nope. And we see the leader in GTDN, or second place maybe. What do I think of Lemons racing? I assume you mean like the Lemons, like the 24 hours of Lemons, where you take like a cheap car and it's an endurance race for a cheap car. Assuming that's the one that you're talking about, then I think it's a really cool idea. I'd love to do that sometime. It would be neat to do. It would be neat to do. I think up in this neck of the woods, I don't know if it's in the US as well. There's one here that's called Lucky Dog, I think. I think it's called Lucky Dog. And it's kind of a similar idea. Similar idea. That's a big old hole in the front of that 14 Lexus. Yeah, that is what you're talking about. I could definitely see how it could be unsafe. Good, yeah. Oh, you're make a presentation to your college? That would be interesting. It does I know there's lots of schools that I think it might be their engineering programs like design. I think is it an open wheel car? I know I've seen some stuff on Twitter for it, and some of them are pretty cool. And then they get together, and I don't know if they race or if it's more like a just like a track day. $500 and some duct tape. Lots of pit stops happening. Formula student, yes. Formula SAE, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. That's a pretty neat program. I think that's really cool. Engineering program let a group of students do it. That's pretty awesome. Oh yeah, I can imagine that these are not I imagine these are like it would be they would go pretty quick. I can only imagine. Driver change for the 60 makes sense. Got to get Blomqvist in at some point. Oh, these are scuffs on the Acura. All right, Peepo. Peepo with his monster lead that he had. Fresh tires. So we're seeing everybody take on their last set of tires. And is FV Formula V, Mark, that you're talking about? Oh, Ricky Taylor. Oh, I know that's Felipe Albuquerque in that car, isn't it? Did Ricky Taylor start the race? He must have. Huh. I guess so. Um, I don't know what I was gonna say. I lost my train of thought. Oh, what happened? Sims. Yeah, Formula V or like Formula Ford style, like or F1600 tomato tomato would be pretty neat. Well, good thing that Durrani had such a big lead for Sims. Okay, John Ferrano. John Ferrano did get taken to the hospital. There's a car that spun out on the. It looked like the 77. Oh no, it was definitely. Oh, what? How do you get over there? What happened to the 12? But he was on the. It looked like he was on the inside, like up on the inside wall. Have a good Mother's Day lunch. Have a good Oh, he did get some damage there. Formula Ford in vintage, yeah. I think the steel toe shoe thing might be a safety. Like Like if you're, I mean, getting your foot run over by a car wouldn't feel good, but you got to be careful that the like I know I've heard of guys that have had like steel toe shoes and it bends, the steel bends and like the shoe needs to be like cut off. So I don't know if that might have something to do with it, but Mother's Day lunch. Yeah, we actually there won't we full course yellow. Full course yellow. Well, this could upset some things, huh? Formula 4 to run a 2 minute lap at BIR. Yeah, when I was a kid, my dad and I helped out. Oh, they use carbon fiber. Interesting. Interesting. I know that I remember like fiberglass ones. I haven't seen carbon fiber toe stuff yet. But when I was a kid, uh, well, I mean, I was there. I was handing tools to the guys, but my dad helped out on a Formula Ford team at that did like a local tour around us. We went to like Mont Tremblant, um, uh, CTMP, Mosport, a bunch of times. There's a track just outside of Ottawa, which is Calabogie. Did some stuff there. There's a motorcycle track just outside of Toronto called Shannonville, and the Formula Fords ran there as well. The Formula Fords they went a couple times to the Montreal Grand Prix to support Formula One, but the years that we did it, they weren't on the support. They aren't on the support. Weren't on the support schedule. 0-1 and the 25 are the big winners. Yeah, the 0-1 is a big winner for sure. 25 has been strong. Van der Zandt, they were doing well as well, but I mean all of the whoa. Uh that's a fuel that's a fueling assembly. I can only imagine that the cost would have gone up big time for those for carbon fiber. Oh, I'm gonna step away for just a quick second here. What on earth? On the on the IMSA TV broadcast, it looks like there's a guy like rowing or something. Honestly, kind of looks a little bit like Wayne Taylor. Okay, I'll be back in 2 seconds here. Can we talk about how smart of a move it was for the number 9, the the FAF entry in GTD and Ross Gunn, how that's going to work out for him. That early pit stop. I don't know if the entire GTD Pro class was able to get in, but yeah, that you know, ooh, Ross Gunn is leading there. The FAF entry is down a little bit, but how long has it been since last pit? Since last pit, no, all the GTD Pros have boxed. Maybe it's not that big of a thing for them. Shannonville's an interesting track. Super flat, but kind of a track that you don't hear too much about, at least in my neck of the woods. Like, it's more known for motorcycle racing than it's like the motorcycle racing track around here. Okay, pits are open for prototypes. I don't know if there's that many that need to come in still. Actually, a bunch of the LMP2s, but I think all the GTPs made their stops. Yeah, that number 7 Porsche's back in. They're 8 laps down. Yeah, everybody should be good to the end. Oh. Jeez. Yeah, you guys, what do you think's gonna be the result of that? You think that's on Dennis Anderson, or is that on the crew member? I I think that has to be on Dennis Anderson. Wow. Yeah, hopefully he's okay. There's definitely going to be some adrenaline that kicks in when that first happens, but yeah, hopefully he's going to be okay. Another commercial. Here on IMSA TV, they just like to show you somebody that looks like they're on like a rowing machine watching the race. Racing incident. Yeah, driver. Why do they keep showing this old lady on a rowing machine? That's a good question. Wait, why is the 23 slow? Why is Russ Gunn going slow? Oh no. Well, good thing he's going down the hill. That is... They're going to have to pass him. Why is he going so slow? Oh, maybe it's splits. This is strange. Well, I guess. Yeah, so I think we're all kind of in agreement that's on the driver. Yeah, the crew member has to be able. The crew member was not very much in the box, and also Montoya was pretty up against the wall too. Like there wasn't exactly a ton of space. He couldn't have been that much more close to the wall. Okay, crew member. Okay, good old Shea Adam getting right in there. We don't think that Ross Gunn would have shut the engine off to try and save fuel, do we? Like knowing that they were heading down the hill, like he wouldn't have shut the engine off, right? Because he's fine. They're going. They've no, don't worry, Tomo. It's an LMP2 is not in first. They're just doing the class split right now. All the Honda commercials. Yeah, it must have been for fuel saving. Like they just shut the car off. Uh, I don't know, but if they're that concerned about the level of fuel, why would they have? They were one of the first cars that came into pit. Unless they're just trying to play it a little extra safe, but like, are you not confident that you have enough fuel in it? That's interesting. Really hoping to see Aloli bring this home. Yeah, let's go 4 for 4 with the. I think those Cadillacs are going to be hard to beat, especially that 31. That 31 has looked very strong. Ranger was was coming on a bit stronger, I think, last stint as well. I'm not going to poo on any of the drivers. I'm not going to. Oh, Shea Adam going to give us news about the Aston. Oh no. 23 Heart of Racing is going to get a big boy penalty. Oh, the Corvette, the Corvette and the 23. Oh yeah, because they're actually a lap ahead of everybody else in GTD Pro. So they're going to lose, I think it's a lap penalty. Oh man, that's done for them. The 23 and the 3 are, I mean, yeah, that is huge. So in GTD Pro, it's probably going to be Gugnon, Pile, and Barnicoat. I think this is probably going to, for the most part, take the 23 and the 3 out of contention. That's gonna, because that's a hefty penalty. It was the 23 that took the wave around when they shouldn't have. And then the number 3, the Corvette, also followed them through. Wow. Yeah, the Vet is going to get one as well. Oh, we're going to go back racing. Well, now it says that they're all on the same lap 67 again, so I don't know. Alrighty, let's go. Those Cadillacs got a good little jump. Question is, does Sims have the same pace that Durrani has? Oh, there goes Ranger. And there goes Ranger. $40 to go. Okay, so the number 20 got a penalty. Number 35 got a penalty. The 51, that's the Rick Ware Racing LMP2 penalty, failure to adhere to the minimum refueling time. Yikes. So the 51, 35, and 20 all got penalties in LMP2. But we're not seeing any other penalties handed out yet. Oh, Rexy! No, Rexiata! Rexiata sponsor banner. This is not the first time that we've seen this. You know, like, I guess shout out for not just staying out on track and trying to lose it on track, because that would be a full course yellow. But that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Yeah, Van de Zandt is in boogie mode. Feisty. Rexy is a feisty one. Oh, there's the rest of the banner. Can they leave that there? Will they leave the sponsor banner in the middle of the track like that? Rexy with some new bodywork. Aerodynamic upgrades. Still no word on the penalties for Gunn and Garcia. They might actually a bit... Oh no, here they come. Both of them are coming in. But they haven't posted the penalties yet. So they do both get those penalties. Man. It's a rough one. That's a rough one. I still haven't posted those penalties yet, though. Oh, are they going to show Rexy? No, they're not going to show Rexy. Oh, a little bit of argy bargy there. And man, that penalty box is going to be a full place. Oh, there's Rexy. Rexy doesn't like WeatherTech, apparently. The Wisconsin-based 911's not doing too bad. Andy Lally leading GTD. Man, I think it is going to be difficult to pass those Cadillacs. They do look very strong. They're the only GTP cars that have hit into the 116 so far. 16.8 for the 0-1 and a 16.4, which was Durrani set the fastest lap of the race, I believe. Love that cast that they added on the arm of Rexy. They all signed it and everything too. Hey, no. We're not gonna talk. We're not putting anybody down. We're not putting anybody down. That is not okay. It does look like this GTD battle is very spicy, though. The Magnus Aston. You know, you got a couple of Kelly Moss Porsches. A couple of Turner Motorsport BMWs. Sheesh. Sheesh. Well, I mean, Cadillac is already in GTP. Oh, you mean GTD or GTD Pro? I don't know. What is Cadillac's like premier model? Because is it like the V series or something? Oh no, the CTV or CT4. But it would probably. I mean, you got to think it's either going to be the CT4 or the CT5, right? Yeah. This probably they'd probably go with the CT5, I would assume. But I think you're also right. Yeah, the CT5 Blackwing. Yeah, I don't think GM wants to compete with Corvette. Yeah. Yeah, the Blackwing would be pretty slick. What was the result of that poll? That's a good question. Let me see. It was close. It was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, the one that ran in SRO. It is Acura just edged out Cadillac. There was about 1,000 votes. Acura getting 31% of the vote, Cadillac 30% of the vote, Porsche 24% of the vote, and BMW 15% of the vote. Yeah. Oh yeah. You look up on Twitter, Rexy was hungry. Definitely was hungry. Oh, Mark, there are lots of very competitive female drivers out there. Dorian Pan, tons in the WEC. What is it? Iron Dames, the entire Iron Dames team. You know, with the exception of the Corvette, I think like, if that Corvette wasn't racing in WEC, I think that they'd be like they've been in contention for a lot of good finishes this season. I would say that it is not it is not fair to make that statement. Iron Dames is dominant. Yep. And Dorian Pan looking very good as well. Catherine Legg here in IMSA has won the GTD championship. Van de Zand is they're in the thick of the GTD traffic right now, that's for sure. Lila Wadu, that's another one. Yep. She was the first isn't she the first she's the first female to have won in the World Endurance Championship, I think. And that was at Spa, right? I think that was. Yeah, I think didn't Wadu win? Or maybe they didn't win, but yeah. There's lots of good ones. There certainly is a lot of debris there from Rexy's dinner. Yeah, Catherine Legg is a legend. Oh man, Van de Zand did not get good with did not catch good traffic on that lap. But they have bolted away from the BMW. Oh baby. This is so tough because these GTD guys, they're fighting for a class win of their own. Like they don't want to give up. They don't want to give up any track position here. Oh man, and the yeah, Tandy's right on the back of Yaloli. I thought that Leg had won the GTD championship, but they finished second in 2018. So I might have been wrong about that. Regardless, very strong driver. Very strong. Maybe they won the Sprint Cup championship? I don't know. Anyways, we have a race with 27 minutes to go. And Ringer is starting to pull back out. Yeah, so just... Oh, Sims with a little wiggle. Yeah, Mark Hutchinson, that's what I thought as well. I thought that was Catherine. Oh, no, it was... I think she's Danish. I think she... Nielsen, yes. Yeah, she's... I believe she is Christina Nielsen. Won it back-to-back years. Oh, an era with another issue. Oh, that's a left rear that's down. What happened? He just got turned around. Man, oh man. They have had... You're going to be hard-pressed to find a team that has had worse luck. Maybe the 66 Acura. They've had pretty horrendous luck so far this year. But that era LMP2, they have had incredibly bad luck. Michelle Hagler, very strong driver as well. Nielsen won back-to-back years in an Acura, I believe. Or did Nielsen win? Anyway, Nielsen won back-to-back years. This LMP2 battle is very good. And this traffic is what's enabling it. Oh, guys, stay off of each other. Oh, and they're coming up on GTD. Man, oh man. Chatain got a little bit screwed there. Ooh. Yeah, so we might... Hanley might be getting a penalty. Oh, this is a battle for the GTD lead. Oh, man! And that... The 97 was like, hello, I want in. Bill Oberlin. Bill Oberlin, hello, don't forget about me. And the Mercedes is bolted in GTD. Oh, no, they haven't. They're not that far apart. There's just a car in between them. This is some great battling going on, especially in the GTD classes. Oof. Oof. And you know what? I know there's still 22 minutes to go in this race. They could still... I can really appreciate... Oh, Oberlin! I can really appreciate that they're showing this GTD battle. Because Lots of the time, these battles are going on, but we don't get to see them, and it sucks when that happens. But good, good on them for showing, for giving us this, because this is great. And there's still a potential battle there in GTD Pro. They're starting to stretch out a little bit more in GTP. Although Tandy's looking pretty strong there. Wonder what what their last laps are. Not best. Tandy's running the same lap times as Van der Zandt. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to look at that era incident. Oh, Ranger's got some clean air in front of him. Why is the 31 stopped? Is the 31 actually stopped? The 31 is not moving on the track. Okay. Never mind. They just weren't moving on the track map. So... yeah, this is the most coverage of GTDs that I've seen in a long time. I can agree with the criticism in Win the Weekend for only focusing on the GTP cars because there's so much good racing that goes elsewhere. But at the same point, I think I can understand why they did it. They want to focus on... They want to... There's a certain barrier to entry. Like, those Win the Weekend videos, they're supposed to appeal to a very mass audience, right? It's supposed to be kind of like Drive to Survive. Like, I think that's kind of what they're trying to emulate here. And I think if you want to make something that appeals to the masses, I think you have to really focus on, like, they wouldn't be able to focus in on all 5 classes or do anything like that. Like, they have briefly mentioned some of the other classes in the videos. I would love to see, the series focus on all 5 of the classes, like that, or, in the future it's going to be all 4. That would be that's what we all want to see. But at the end of the day as well, I think it's understanding why they're focusing it on GTP. All the hype that's around it. They need to... They're trying to capitalize and bring new fans in. And I think if you were to broaden out and cover all 5 of the classes in that, it's... there's going to be a lot of people that are already fans that are going to love it. But this is to give it a more broad appeal, I think. Yeah. Yeah, the newest, shiniest. Yep. But I 100% agree with you. As an existing fan, I would love to see some more coverage on the GTDs, LMP2, stuff like that. Yeah, they could probably do a better job of emphasizing the multi-class aspect of it. And there have been some great battles in the GTD classes so far this year as well. It was great at Sebring, and they are a huge portion of it has a huge impact on races. All right, are we is everybody talking about our lunch now? For yeah. Yeah, that's actually Mark does make a good point there about like those are going to be the cars that are eligible to run at Le Mans from IMSA this year as well. So, you know, it's going to be a certain appeal it's going to be appealing for that. Tandy is flying right now. Tandy is flying. 16 minutes left. Do we think Tandy can reel in Van de Zandt? Thousand Island. Look at this traffic with the GTD leaders, and then you got these GTP podium. Well, they're currently on the podium. That's a good GTD battle. Goodness. That's for P2 though, because Van Berlo has bolted away. Yes, I think we have all voted, and we have also agreed that they need to make a win the weekend video for each series. Yes. Win the weekend GTP edition, win the weekend GTD edition, LMP2 edition, win the weekend MX5 Cup edition. That would be beautiful. There are just some good battles going on. Yeah, give me an MX5 win the weekend as well if we're giving out win the weekends. It's like Oprah. You get to win the weekend series. You get to win the weekend series. I think that would be very. Yeah, I think we should submit the proposal to IMSA. What are they going to do? They can't say no, right? I do agree. The MX5 Cup, glorious racing, some of the best. I think some of the best racing that's out there right now. Oh, Forte is pitting, I guess. I don't know. The race this morning wasn't great, and it was because of the fog. We did not really know what was going on in that race. VW bugs. Only if we get out of context driver messages, yes. I want manufactured drama. Ridiculous manufactured drama. Sign me up. The MX5, you're right. It would be so entertaining. Whoa, the closing rate of the GTPs on the GTDs is. You make a little mistake, there's going to be a big mistake pretty quick. A video or series about their ladder system. You know what? Maybe I should add that on the to-do list. Do a more general video on. I did do kind of an everything like that you need to know about the MX5 Cup series, but I didn't do it for the other series. And I think I should probably pick that up. Pick that up and do it. Should pick up that idea again. How's Tandy doing? Van de Zandt has navigated some traffic nicely. 4.3. Oh. Windward. Windward behind the wall. It's unfortunate. Did Race Control ever post the penalties for? No, Race Control never posted the penalties for the 23 and the Corvette. Interesting. Yeah, so if you missed it, John Ferrano, after that accident earlier, he was transported to hospital. So hopefully he's okay. The GTD Pro battle spreading out a little bit. 1.2 seconds now. They had been hanging really close together for a while, like 7/10 of a second type deal, but I mean it's not like 1.2 seconds is very spread out by any means, but the LMP2 podium is going to go down to the wire. Yeah, I've been trying to toy with how I can do more, a little bit more on some of the support series. I try and at least mention them in sort of the weekend recaps. I also guess that the CrowdStrike LMP2 is not going to get a penalty there. It, guess it was never got investigated by Race Control either. I think it is supposed to be yellow on the Cadillac. I don't think it's supposed to be a gold. I think it's supposed to be yellow. Because there's yellow in the Cadillac logo? Or in the V Series logo, is it? It's somewhere. Yeah, and Van der Zandt is holding pretty steady there with that like almost 5 second lead, pulling it out a little bit. So maybe he had a little bit left in the tank. But the top three, well, actually, the top four are all running like identical lap times. Oh, they called it gold. Did NBC call that gold though? I don't think I heard that on. I don't think I heard it on IMSA TV. 8 minutes to go. Oh wow, Rockenfeller's been pretty strong in that car since he got in. But I mean, it's Mike Rockenfeller as well. Like that guy's a good driver. Ooh, who's that? The Aston looking up the inside. The 27 of Marco Sorensen. Oh, Faf is coming back into the picture here. It's good to see that Rexy's back out there. Is Sims battling back a little bit? Is he coming back to Tandy? No, I guess maybe not. It's like they're a second and a half apart. Man, every time they show the onboard, like you're on board a GTP and they're going into the corkscrew and they're navigating through GTD traffic, is that's a hold your breath moment. Kind of a bit terrifying. Just a little bit. Faf Porsche kind of get a bit screwed by traffic there. That battle's probably just about done in GTD Pro. Because Gugno is that was a big help for them. Big help for them. The GTD battle is calmed down. Hey, like, okay, Kelly Moss, the two cars that, or the 91 and the 92, it was it was a little bit like, like, are they really, how strong are they really? They didn't look that great the first few rounds of the season, but goodness me, like, they have looked so strong today in GTD, and they have two cars on the podium right now. Oh, jeez, little bit of argy bargy there between, was that Sorensen and maybe there's, yeah, yeah, traffic, the ebbs and flows of traffic where Tandy's catching up, but that's because Van de Zand ran a slower lap. Regardless, though, is this going to get Sims? No, Sims is not really. He's trying to navigate through it now, but battles are calming down a little. There is a gaggle of LMP2s that Renger might have to navigate, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time. I don't think he's going to catch them, actually. Yeah, there's not much in front of the 0-1. Oh, the 77 and the 96 going at it. There is a really big gaggle of GTTs. There's going to be a battle for the last spot on the podium in LMP2. The TDS Racing and CrowdStrike Racing. Couple of laps to go. Oh, and the dog has wandered down. You gonna come up? What? You can come. You gonna come up the other side? Yep. Wish we would have saw. Oh well. Actually, oh, Barnacote got around Faf, eh? Damn. Yeah, true. Big break for the 0-1. The 0-1, they've looked strong at some races. Can we just keep going? Yes, Hindy. Let's keep going, please. Yeah, the 0-1 has been very strong at some point, at various points this season. The fact that they hadn't... Oh! All right, Blomqvist. Yeah, these battles that we're seeing throughout, like, that's a good sign. Doge. How come there's not as much cars in GTD Pro, not enough works drivers? Yeah, I guess they're more focused on sort of the factory GT entries, I guess. Like, you look at the teams that are running it, like, it's Mercedes factory drivers. I think that both the FAF drivers are Porsche factory drivers as well. Corvette, of course, factory. It's the Aston Martin, you know. All right, Ranga, you gonna bring it home, buddy? The 0-1 was strong at the Rolex as well, and at Sebring. Yep. And there we go. Ranga van de Zander. You know what? That was a good comeback for Tandy and that number 6 Porsche as well. That was a good comeback. The 31 strong all day. Pipo was on another level in that car. Pipo was incredible in that car. Then Wayne Taylor Racing. You know what? BMW was stronger than they finished as well. BMW was stronger than they were stronger than they finished today. They kind of faded. Like, I'm surprised that the 24 faded that much. What is it? LMP2? Mikael Jensen and TDS. That's Jensen and who else is in that car? Stephen Thomas. They were really quick at the Rolex until they had that wreck. It's a good run for them. PR1 Matheson, Chatain, and Keating. And then, what's the other podium there? Oh, the 0-4, the CrowdStrike. They held on for podium spot. Couple of Porsches on the podium in GTD. 2 Kelly Mosses and Bill Oberlin in the Bimmer. And then Mercedes. Mercedes and GTD Pro. Yeah, I think that was just a good race. The first half of that race, first hour and 20 minutes, when we were dealing with all that safety car like stuff going on, not gonna lie, wasn't exactly what you wanted to see. But the the second half of that race, that was a very good second half of the race. Very good second half of that race. You do kind of wish that there was like another couple hours that were tacked onto that one though. Give us a 5-hour Laguna race, please. Thank you. Lots of lead changes. Huh. I wonder what this is going to look like for the points. Always good racing. Yeah, when it's off full course yellow. No problem. Happy that I could do the stream. I won't be doing any stream for Watkins Glen because I will be there. I will be physically at the track. So I'm going to see what I can post while I'm at the track. But yeah, I won't be there for Watkins Glen because I'll be physically at the track, and the same with CTMP. We'll be physically at the track. So there probably won't be any sort of live stream for those, but there might be some other stuff that I'll be doing from the track. So we'll yeah. Longer Laguna and Road America, yeah. 500 miles at Road America. Sign me up. Sign me up. What's his standings? This is going to tighten up team. Yeah, this is, well, it's actually not going to tighten up the standings that much. Vassar Sullivan will still be leading by a good chunk there. This should tighten things up in GTD, though. Turner will get a nice boost from this. There's going to be a lot of shuffling of positions, actually. Streaming Le Mans? Probably not. I will definitely be watching Le Mans. I don't think I'll be streaming Le Mans because while I do focus on endurance racing, not as focused on the WEC right now. So yes, Donald, thank you for popping in, sir. We'll see you next time. Meetups. You know what? I will, if there is anybody that at either of those races, at CTMP or at the Glen, I will throw something. I'll throw out some like Twitter, throw something on Instagram, on the YouTube community tab. Yeah, we'll try and do some sort of a meetup and say hi for sure. If there's anybody that wants to meet up that's there. Oh man, that was a good race. That was a good race to watch. Good race to watch. Really, it just continues to, like, there hasn't been a disappointing race, I don't think, to this point in the season. I was a little bit worried the first half of this race, the way that things were looking, that we might see a bit of a, not a dud, but one that wasn't as great. But yeah, not worried about that. That's for sure. That was great. Historic race distance on a historic weekend, that is for sure. That is for sure. You got everything you need for when you go to the 2024 Rolex 24. Yes. Yes, you do. What happened to Yololi? He was running third. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, I wonder if he just cooked the tires we know like Laguna's a high deg track. We'll probably find out, some of the post race stuff as the articles come out the next couple days. The teams release statements and stuff. I'll be keeping an eye on the 24 hours of Nürburgring, but I will be at CTMP next weekend for there's the Canadian Sports Car Championship. It's called FEL, and they run TCRs and GT4s there. So I'll be keeping an eye on what's going on at the Nürburgring, but probably won't be watching too much of it. Porsche, they did have some bad luck today in the GTP. In GTP, they had some bad luck, but I think they're still going to be happy coming away with a P2 finish. I think Matt Campbell is not going to be happy with himself, though. The Sebring finish is definitely polarizing. Some people loved it, some people hated it. Certainly was exciting. But I think that's gonna wrap things up today. This was a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know I really enjoy doing these and being able to interact with a bunch of you, and hopefully I think this is something that'll probably, when I can do it, when I'm not at the track, I'll definitely do it if I'm available. So hope everybody enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Another great race. I mean, not really surprising, but just another great race that we got to see here today. So I hope for anybody that still has Mother's Day plans to happen, I hope you guys hope you all enjoy that. And yeah, there'll be some more videos and stuff posted before Watkins Glen, and like I said, hopefully we'll get some stuff at the track at the Glen too. Next weekend when I go to CTMP, there's going to be a lot of I'm going to be trying some things out there to make sure that stuff that I want to do is going to work. So yeah, excited for that. But again, thanks for tuning in. Let's do the bit. Hope everybody has a great race weekend. Doesn't go off in the S's.